Hey, everybody, welcome. Your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. Unfortunately, today we're not going to have our guest, Sean Tobridge, is not going to make it today. One of his buddies had a problem in the river with his boat, so they're doing an emergency save over there. They're just getting the boat hauled out of the water. So today you got me. In the background, I still got Captain Al Clowers down at the Coronados fishing. They're catching some rockfish. If something super exciting happens, we'll throw him up on the show. But today I got my good buddy Elliot producing the show for me today, and we're gonna go over a bunch of the great features on the website, because a lot of you that have been with us since the 499 days, you guys really don't even know how to utilize all the things on the website. And then a lot of the new members haven't had a chance to see all the new stuff. And then those of you that haven't gone over there and checked out the 7-day free trial, we're going to kind of show you around the website today as we talk, and show you a few of the features that I'm super excited about, because believe me, I think our community is the number one selling feature of our website, with all the crazy stuff going on out in the world today and all the negativity that's getting spewed across all social media platforms. When you get over to our website, there is no negativity allowed on the website. Plus, no one would pay to be on a website to spew negativity all around on stuff they don't know anything about. So if you were to go over there and check out our website, gang, we have a 7-day free trial for any new members that want to jump in there. But then I think what happens is a lot of people get scared when they jump on there, because we ask you for your credit card. So what Elliot and I have done is we've allowed you just to put in your email, get out of there if you don't want to, and then I send you an email right away. But like we say, Elliot and I say all the time, if you call me on the telephone, I'll give you a free look at the website. And most people can't even understand that it's absolutely free. I'm not gonna steal from you. I'm not gonna get your credit card if you call me. If you put the credit card on the website, it's a totally secure website, designed and operated by my good friend Elliot. So there's no chance of anybody else getting your credit card number from you. But I understand what's going on in the world today. So we tried to make this as easy as we possibly can, so that there'll be no worry about anybody confiscating any of your information. And we don't sell information on my website, Your Saltwater Guide. We've been in operations since 2017. We have right around 5,000 active members that are constantly posting on the website and doing what they do. And then, yeah, naturally, members come and members go, and they come back and they look around and they find out there's nothing out there is quite like Your Saltwater Guide. And then the family community, most of the family jumps onto our podcast every day. You see the family members on here. And what do I mean by family members? I mean anybody that has become a member of Your Saltwater Guide. There's Dan and Kim watching right now. They're family members as far as Kelly and I are concerned. But as Elliot pulls up the community and you get to see all the great things that are happening, this is second to none. No one's ever done anything like that for people fishing in Southern California as far as informational based. When you go on here and you look at all the different posts, there's a little area on the right-hand side where the message window, where you can send whoever's posting the picture a message and ask them, hey, where did you catch that? What is that? How did you do that? And then you'll see our members share everything they're doing out on the water. They share how they figured out how to catch that fish, where they caught that fish at. Like our buddy Tony, he's up on vacation in Alaska, got to go out and catch some salmon. He wanted everybody to see what he was able to pull off just simply by being a member of Your Saltwater Guide. It allows you the opportunity to share what you're doing out on the water with all of the members, like Jason Cutter, Dan and Kim, Darren, John Stanley, and the list goes on and on. Mike Lewis, Jamie Lewis. Happy birthday, Jamie, by the way. And as it just keeps going on and on and on, and you see all the different people constantly posting all the time, it's kind of addictive. And then you want to get in there and post. I mean, look at that video. That's from yesterday, one of our members. And he said he called me on Wednesday to get a game plan for Thursday, which was yesterday. And he says 2 rules of the website that you have to live by. 1, call me. 2, don't fish for boats. That's kind of our thing. We talk about it all the time. When you guys get out there on the water, you're going to see all the pretty boats out there, and something about seeing there's Pablo with a nice yellowtail. Something, and look at all those yellows laying on the deck, all beautiful grade yellowtail down at the Coronados or over at La Jolla, wherever Pablo's telling you it's at, that's where he's catching them at. We don't play hide the ball over here on the website. But what I was trying to say about the boat, and there's Matt. That's Justin's new job, working for Matt and his family on that beautiful Viking. You all know who Justin is. And look at, he took Matt and the family over to San Clemente Island for their first trip. There's Justin in the far left side of the picture. They went over to San Clemente Island and were able to throw some nice yellows on the boat and have a beautiful day with the family over there. But these are all things that happen as members of Your Saltwater Guide. Matt and his wife, Heather, have been members since the $4.99 days when we first launched this thing back in 2017. And Matt went on to move up from boat to boat to boat. And it's all because he found there was actually information out there that not only helps you catch more fish, but helps you to maintain your boat, helps you to learn how to take your children fishing. And also, back to what we were saying a minute ago, teaches you how to stop fishing for boats. When you get out there on the water and you start seeing other boats, it's like a magnet to draw. They draw you over, or your friends that aren't members of the website will be up there next to you in your cockpit where you're driving from going, hey, Darren, look over there. There's 5 boats over there. We should go over there. And Darren's like, nope, I already know where I'm going. I've been on the website. I've been on the game plans. I'm going over to diddly ... And that's where we're going to fish. And then his buddy says, now, Darren, now there's 6 boats over there. We got to get over there. Now, Darren, what does this Dave guy know anyway? He lives in Cabo. Don't listen to him. Let's go over there. Now there's 7 boats over there, Darren. We got to go. Darren, I'm going to be pissed if you don't go over there. And this is what you guys are going to hear all the time from your friends. They want you to go see what all those boats are doing over there. The next thing you know, now there's 8 boats over there, counting your boat. And Dan Smith is the guy that stopped first, and he's just taking a piss. And all the other boats, all the other 7 boats besides your boat, you're all watching Dan piss. And as soon as Dan gets done taking a piss, Dan's on his way. And all of you are sitting there looking at each other on your boats because you guys didn't have a plan, and you're out there looking. So many of you, first thing you do when you leave the harbor is you get up and you start looking around, and you're looking. The first thing you look for is the sport boat. And that always blew my mind because I've heard you on the deck of our sport boat saying, I can't wait to get my own boat so I don't have to fish with so many people. And then the first thing you do is you get out there and you look for the sport boats. Why are you doing all that? Because you don't have a plan. And me being in this industry for so long, I knew how important it was to have a plan. So what I've done at Your Saltwater Guide is we put together the most comprehensive game plans for you every week. These go out at between 3:30 and 4:30 in the afternoon, and we cover everywhere. This week we had 14 different game plans that went out yesterday at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. These cover everywhere. Channel Islands, we got Sonny. He used to run the Aloha Spirit. He's given us the game plans for the Channel Islands. Then down in Santa Monica Bay, I have a plethora of members that fish in there all the time. So they're feeding me information. So I'm giving you the game plan for Santa Monica Bay. Then you got Justin, who fishes out of Long Beach, LA Harbor all the time. And he has a plethora of people that he fishes with and knows. So he gives you the Long Beach, LA game plan. Then he pops over to Catalina. Justin gives you the Catalina game plan. Then I pop over to San Clemente Island because I know a bunch of the commercial fishermen, and we give you the San Clemente Island game plan if there's something happening at San Nick. Then we jump back over on the coast. Now, all these videos are split up into parts, so you don't have to watch 45 minutes of videos to get to the part where you want to be. And we take this all the way down the coast to the Coronado Islands, where Captain Al covers the Coronados and Captain Pablo. And between Al and Pablo, they have a ton of time on the water down there. They cover all that. Captain Al gives you a comprehensive game plan for the Back Bay of San Diego every week. I mean, Jason Cutter, you know how important that is. You got to go fishing with us the other day. It's pretty spectacular. Captain Al knows when to be at point A or point B when that tide starts to move. And then we go to the Coronados. We give you the game plans there, Catalina, and then up and down the coast, all the different spots where you need to be, what you need to be doing when you get there. I mean, this is incredible. No one does this for you. And how can we gather up this kind of information? Well, first of all, my sister and my brother own a little company called Dana Wharf Sport Fishing in Dana Point Harbor that my father founded back in 1961, 62. And so that we have access to a lot of sport boat knowledge and sport boat information because the family owns a bunch of sport boats. There you go, the pride of the fleet, the Dana Pride. That's one of our family's boats. So the information that you're getting at Your Saltwater Guide is second to none. You're not going to find this information anywhere else on any other websites or anywhere else. And we can go all the way back to the very beginning when we were doing reports for 976 tuna, and we were doing reports for a company called Fish Dope. We took all that stuff now and we have it available for you over at Your Saltwater Guide, plus all the other cool stuff that you have over at Your Saltwater Guide. Now, most of you don't even understand how great it is. Yeah, and then the surf fishing, we got plenty of stuff to cover that surf fishing. Whatever you're trying to accomplish as far as fishing in Southern California, we have all the game plans for you. Then, back in 1987, I know, wrap your head around that, guys. 1987, a lot of you that are watching weren't even born yet. 1987, I got together with a guy named Danny Jackson, Joe Berrien, Don Brockman, and we made a series of videos. They're 1984, but we made a series of videos on VHS tape that broke the Southern California coastline down into a library. Each one of these videos, like Catalina, Orange County coast, San Clemente Island, the Horseshoe, the Coronados, Orange County, all those videos sold for $29.99 back in 1987, 88, 89. And then what everybody did was they took all the numbers from there, and Mark Wish had a book out at the same time with all back then it was Loran numbers, and then converted it over to GPS numbers. And mine were all on Loran numbers too, and then you had to convert it over. But we've taken all that information plus all the game plans, and we've combined it into Your Saltwater Guide, the website. We have over 3,300 spots, and we explain to you exactly how to fish each and every individual spot, which is kind of spectacular when you really get into it and look around. You're like, wow, all those videos. Yeah, you don't have to buy the video on DVD or VHS tape anymore. It's all digitalized and it's available for you right here on the website. So you got all the fishing spots, but then what I do is not only do you get the GPS numbers, but I explain to you how to fish each and every individual spot, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. I don't know. I wish I had that kind of stuff when I was running sport boats back in the 80s and 90s. You had to go out and try to find the information, and no one had it in a spot like this. It makes it pretty easy to gather up all the information. And then we take it another step further. We go to an area called All Videos. And when you go to the All Videos section, now there's my ugly face. Right underneath me is a search bar. Right underneath my ugly face is a search bar. What you do is the search bar is you type in, let's just say, I want to catch some yellowtail and I don't know anything about it. You type in yellowtail right there. Click on it. Here comes all the videos. If you want to catch a yellowtail, you need to watch those videos. Understand how they react to the lure. Understand how they react to the bait. Understand the dropper loop. Why is it like this? All the different things. This is super important stuff to need to know. So not only telling you where the fish bit yesterday on a sport boat, but we tell you where the fish are going to bite at today. And then we explain to you how to catch them when you get there, how to fillet them when you catch them. The vast amount of knowledge over here is just second to none. And we're going to show you, we can't do this show without great sponsors. And we have a lot of great sponsors. McCarty Yachts is our sponsor for our shows on Fridays. And we're going to show you a cool video right now that Todd and John made for us back in the beginning of the springtime. And they're going to put together another video for us. They're super busy right now, but check this out.
Hey guys, Todd here with McCarty Yacht Group, Manson Marine, proud sponsor of Your Saltwater Guide. I'm here with my good buddy, John McCarty.
Hey guys, how you doing?
The broker for McCarty Yacht Group. And guys, I just want to tell you it's springtime. It's time to start buying and selling. If you're looking to buy a boat right now or looking to sell a boat, make sure you give us a call at McCarty Yacht Group. Guys, you know how to get a hold of me, 949-547-7748. We're sitting on the Pescatoria right now. This is like office number 1, 2, or 3. I can't remember where we're either in the office, at home, on a boat, but this is one of the places we do business, guys. But if you're looking for somebody to well represent you, we are a different breed of cat, guys. We work on boats for a living. We're going to make sure to sell your boat for the top price, or if you're looking to buy a boat, we're going to make sure you get something that's not a horrible project for you. So anyway, guys, give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much, Todd and John. And yep, they put that video together in the beginning of the spring. They're super busy, but they got a lot of great things going on over at McCarty Yacht Sales. You got to check it out. You'll be impressed by the amount of boats they have for sale over there, but just the way that they handle their clients. Todd and John are second to none. They've been in this industry for a very long time. You're going to be well taken care of. And you guys that watch the podcast all the time, you've seen Todd on the podcast many times. The reason we're not seeing much about Todd right now is he just had his hip replaced. And he said he's doing good. He's going to try walking this week. So we'll see what happens. But Todd's in a very good spot right now because he's going to be able to walk around for the rest of his life without any pain. He's been walking around with a lot of pain lately. So thank goodness Todd's operation went good. And there it is. I thank you, Elliot, for showing all the great things over at McCarty Yachts, gang. You can't miss. You got to go check it out. The website's very, very easy to use. Shows you what's going on. Shows you all the boats that are sold this last couple months, which has been quite a few, but he's still got quite a few boats available over there at McCarty Yacht. So go check it out over there. And then, gang, there's a lot of people floating around on the fringes that probably have a lot of questions about my website, what we're doing, how we do it, why we do it. And I want to let you know that if any of you have any questions, all you got to do is put them up on the screen right now, whatever you're watching us on, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Megaphone, Threads, X, wherever, Rumble, wherever you're watching us at, throw it up there. And who the hell is this Lisa Lobster chick? She's become probably, and I know it's hard, John, you and Tina and all the others, she's probably become the biggest Your Saltwater Guide fan that there possibly has ever been. And she's only been with us for about 2 years and she's surpassed all of you. This chick is way into it. Way into it. Lisa's on the boats all the time. Whenever we put together a family trip or anything like that, she's right there. She's first one to sign up. She's on Justin's boat all the time. It's absolutely incredible the way that she gives back to this whole industry and lets you all know how special being a member of the family is, John. As you know, you've been with me since the very beginning. There's not a lot of people like you and Tina and Lisa. I mean, we got our hardcore 50, 60 hardcore members, but we're building this family fast. Dave Burris, been with me since before I even knew I was who I was. What's up with the Your Saltwater Guide crew? I can't even tell you. They're everywhere doing everything all the time. And another thing is our sponsors are all like Daniel Rubin and the gang over at Promar, Brian and Steve and Ben. Those guys, if they got a chance, they're jumping on a boat fishing with us. And then go to the Okuma crew, for goodness sakes. We had the president of product development, John Bretza, and the president of Okuma, Al, and both out fishing with us on Don Hansen Day, gang. The industry understands the camaraderie that we've built with this website, the family, the Your Saltwater Guide crew. Yeah, it's second to none, and the industry understands it. And as far as social media goes, I'm just going to let you know, you're watching Elliot produce this and you're listening to me talk. There is nobody in this industry that does more than Elliot and I. If you stop for a few minutes, those of you that are browsing through here and looking, and think about this for a second. Between Elliot and I put out 3 brand new videos every single day, except for Sundays, because Elliot's making me take Sundays off. Okay. So every single day except Sunday, we're putting out 3 brand new videos. Every single day, even Sunday, we put out a brand new picture. And every single day except Sunday, we do a live podcast. Gang, we are in this thing to make sure that you guys are going to have the best opportunity to catch fish and also learn from the biggest names in the industry. We bring on people that you can't even comprehend on this silly little podcast from all over the United States of America. We're bringing in people that you've watched for years, like the guys from Wicked Tuna, Dave Marciano, Paul Hebert. They've been on the show. You got the biggest fishing podcaster, Tom Rowland, been on the show. Tito Ortiz, Hall of Fame UFC fighter. And then, gosh, just the legends that we've been bringing on lately, like Pete Grossbeck, Carl Sabonis from Air Pelikia and Jimmy Kingsmill, and having Michael Folks as a co-host on Tuesdays. My gosh, it just keeps getting better and better and better. This thing is just growing and growing and growing. And it's all because I built this little business back in the, oh my gosh, in the late 90s, early 80s, Your Saltwater. I was Captain Dave's saltwater guide then. And I would go with you on your boat, and I'd take you fishing on your boat and teach you we did it the sport boat way. And I think some of the hardest things for me to learn back in the beginning of this thing was I don't need to catch 600 fish every time I take you out there. Yeah, look at it. YouTube. There it is. We're getting so close to the 100,000, and the 100,000 mark is a absolute pinnacle of social media. When you hit the 100,000 followers over on YouTube, that is a huge number. So we're at 93. We need 7,000 more. We're averaging somewhere between 600 and 800 new subscribers a month. So we're moving right along. We're headed in the right direction on every platform. We're doing really good on all the platforms. And it's because of all of you and all the love and you guys sharing our videos with everybody and letting them know what's going on and how it's all working. Yeah, Phil Freeman was on with me on Tuesday with Michael Folks. Everybody, we reach out pretty much anybody. They come on the show. They want to be on the show. They understand the power of the show. And now the manufacturers, the industry, they're starting to see social media is the key to this industry, gang. I think the fishing industry has been the one industry that's fought social media harder than anybody. A lot of the big multi-billion-dollar companies, they got onto the social media train in the beginning. They understood. The fishing industry, not so much. They're still making print ads. They're still putting brochures on counters. But let's be perfectly honest, gang. This is where everyone gets their information, on social media. The amount of videos we have, the amount of podcasts. We have over 800 podcasts available for you as Elliot's scrolling through them here. Think about that. I was doing them before we started counting them, Elliot. I was doing these things by myself, and then Elliot got involved and we made it all professional. Now we've got 100. Look at, we had Tommy Gomes on a long time ago, the 135th episode. There's so much great stuff. Just absolute unbelievable amount of stuff. 2022, we go way back. There's so much stuff on there. You're going to have a hard time finding anybody else that has this much content in the fishing industry. And like I keep trying to tell you guys, if you have any questions at all, today's the day to ask them. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to embarrass you. That's not what this is about. This is about making sure that we get you in the right position to catch fish when you go out fishing on your boat. You got to have some type of an informational base. You got to have an informational base. Some guys call it their code group. Some guys call it their buddies. But if you don't have that, when you go out fishing on your boat tomorrow morning, you're going to go out there with a made-up plan in your mind. And the minute you see some other boats, you and your buddies are going over there fishing for boats. You can't help it. Why? Because you don't have a great game plan. And then all the reasons why the game plan. That's what all of these videos are about. So you see our videos on YouTube. You see our videos on Instagram. You see our videos on TikTok and Facebook, Rumble and Threads and X and everywhere else. Our videos over here on, you guys want to get your minds blown? You want to know why it might be important to get your product out over? It's something else that the industry doesn't understand. Let me help you out. Tracking sales with a QR code off of our website, that's not really fair. That's not really fair to think about this, because you know what it is? It's called name recognition. Just like when Doritos pays $4 million for a 30-second commercial on the Super Bowl. They're not tracking how many bags of Doritos they sold, but they know that every tens of millions of people saw that. Look at these numbers, gang. Just look at this number. These aren't numbers you can go grab off my social media. Elliot's showing you guys the inside. We've opened up the back door. We're letting you look in. Most people won't let you look in because they're ashamed of their numbers. We're not ashamed of our numbers. Look at these. This is pretty intense, right? Pretty absolutely incredible to look at these numbers. So if you are someone who has a product and you want to sell it, I'm telling you, you don't get involved with us. That's fine. I know you don't want 35 or 40 million people or 50 million people, 66 million people, 66 million. That's our reach. Go look around, gang. But if you don't want anybody to see your product, keep doing what you're doing. But you cannot track what's happening on social media with a QR code. Oh, well, we only got 3 orders from that. Yeah, but 86 million people on Facebook saw your product or heard the name of your product. Go out there, do yourself, just for fun, go on and find out how much Google ad costs to get in front of 86 million people. Use a small number, like this small number right here. 36 million views. Or get in front of the reach, 10 million views. Just try some of those silly little numbers and go see what a Google ad costs to get in front of that many people. So if you're not utilizing social media, gang, there's probably a pretty good, here you go. Here's some statistics that you need to see. Look at that. Those are some astronomical numbers to get in front of that many people. 86 million views. It's going to cost you 600,000 US dollars. We're not making this up, gang. This is real. Look at on YouTube. You want to get in front of 86 million people on YouTube? It's going to cost you $780,000. We have an opportunity for all of you. And like great people like Don Stanley, they understand. Great people like Promar, they understand. Promar gets it better than anybody. They got 3 days. They understand it. Okuma understands it. Manzer Marine and McCarty Yacht Sales understand it. ReelQuick Fishing, he gets it. Daniel gets it. Daniel sees the exposure. Daniel's out there wandering around. But I'm telling you guys, if you're buying print ad, if you're buying brochures, stop. Please stop. When was the last time any of you picked up a brochure? You don't do it, gang. That's 1990s. That hasn't happened in a very, very long time, gang. This is what you're doing. You're looking at your phone. Believe me, I could help your company out. I don't need any more sponsors, though. Me and Elliot got enough to do, but I'm just trying to tell you, next time you get ready to spend some of your ad dollars, check out who you're going to spend them on. Next time you're going to give somebody a hook or a bag of lures or a spool of line, think about, what is that person going to do for me? What kind of exposure are they going to have? I see these kids today on Instagram and TikTok going, I'm an influencer. Yeah, you got 12 followers, or you got 1,200 followers, or you got 12,000 followers. How is that possible that companies are giving people stuff? Well, I'll tell you how, because the fishing industry is a bunch of dinosaurs. They don't understand social media, gang. There's a reason why I have Elliot, because Elliot is the master of the reach. He's the master of getting my stuff out in front of people. Now, I pay Elliot a phenomenal amount of money to make sure that we're up in front of everybody out there. But why? Because Elliot is the man. My gosh, he's working for Anthony Shea now at Team Bad Company. I mean, come on, that doesn't tell you who Elliot is. And he's our guy, gang. If you get involved with Your Saltwater Guide, he's our guy. No one cares more about your product than Elliot. I'll tell you what, Elliot's constantly working behind the scenes on my stuff. Mike Lewis. Thank you very much. Mike Lewis is constantly there for me to give me stars. Always there for me to give me stars. He's always been there for me for a very, very long time. But right now, what we're trying to do is just kind of show you guys, because you guys are part of the family. If you're watching our show every day, I just want to help you with your companies, gang. If you have a company and you're spending ad money out there in Neverland, buying a Google ad or buying a Facebook ad because you just don't know, and you're just ready to spew your money away, jump over here. Buy a spot on one of our videos for a few weeks, or buy a spot on one of our podcasts for a year. There's all kinds of different ways we can help your company, gang. We're not going anywhere. I'm going to put out 3 videos today. I'm going to put out 3 videos tomorrow. I'm going to put 3 videos out on Monday. I'm not going to put 3 out on Sunday, Elliot, I promise. But gang, we have a video right now on Instagram that's sponsored by Okuma that had 75 million views. 75 million people read the headline, and it says sponsored by Okuma. Yeah, it's not a fishing reel, but 75 million people heard the name Okuma. Out of those 75 million, let's just say 1.5 million of those people are going to buy a reel. What reel are they going to look at first? They got the word Okuma in their brain. That's how advertisement works. I don't know if you know that or not. Most people don't. They're still paying for print ads, and they're still giving money to people. It's absolutely amazing. I didn't know until I knew. But that video right there, 75 million views. It could have been sponsored by your toilet paper or whatever you make, whatever it is you got, ReelQuick. It could be your ReelQuick, but Daniel has his own sponsored videos on our site that have millions and millions of views. There's just, you don't know in this social media world which one's going to hit. I mean, look at this video right now, Mike Lewis, you and I made, and your wife. And Jamie, again, happy birthday. I don't know if you heard me say that earlier, but happy birthday. But Mike and Jamie and I made this video. This video is going to hit 1 million views again. And the thing is who it's sponsored by. That's what gets everybody reads your name. It's quite amazing, right? You don't know which one's going to pop. I have a video of us skipping the flying fish with the giant bluefin jumping out of the water and eating the flying fish, right? You would go, oh my gosh, that was incredible footage back 2014, 2015, when that wasn't happening every single day. And you would have thought, oh, don't let it burn you. You would have thought that video would have got millions of views. Elliot takes a look in my storage area, finds a video at the same time of me tying up the boat. That tying up the boat video now, it's got to have somewhere combined over all the years we've been putting it out, probably right around 70 million views. How to tie up the boat. So you don't know which video is going to pop, but I promise you no one else is putting out more content than we are, right? Nobody. So if you want to get it on the train, jump in here. If you have a question for me or Elliot, throw it up on the screen right now. We'll be more than happy to answer it. But look at the content is unbelievable. I think we're at somewhere around 7,000 views. I made that man laugh. That's why he came over to the booth and hung out with us, because he couldn't believe what I told him. I said, if Steve Harvey, if you come over here right now, I'll make you famous. But there it is. That video bought Kelly a Ram 2500 Super Cab. That video's incredible video. It's just, you don't know what's going to pop. I thought that was a throwaway video. I really, in my heart, had no idea that anybody would ever even watch that video. Elliot found that video, and the rest is history. So many millions of views on every single platform, gang. Some people would just like to have one video that got 1 million views. We got millions and millions, and we're not banned on any platforms, Devin. I don't know what you're talking about. That video is not banned on any platform. No videos are banned. 60,000 likes. Posted in February of 2024. That was not the first time it was posted, but it's one of the many times it was posted. 75 million views on that Instagram video. We don't even know. If Elliot and I went back and looked at how many views this thing actually has across all platforms, because we're viral on all platforms, where your little friends, sisters, brothers, aunts, cousins got one video that got 1 million views on one platform. We got millions and millions and millions of views on every platform you can think of. That's the power of Your Saltwater Guide and the family and all Your Saltwater Guide, the gang. You guys are out there sharing this stuff with everybody. You guys are out there making this stuff happen. And it's so cool to see all this and wake up in the morning and see another video that's going to 1 million views. It just blows our minds that there's this many people that actually want to watch our stuff. So as you move forward with whatever you're doing, as far as your products are being sold, remember, when you go to spend your advertising dollars, there is a way better way. And I know you've been doing it the way you're doing it for all the years you've been doing it. But if you don't embrace this social media thing quick, hurry up. Elon Musk said 2 years ago, it's all going to be different in 5 years. Well, gang, if you didn't get on board when he said that, you might want to look around. Most of these distributing companies that distribute products, they're out of business. The industry's not evolving fast enough. They're not. They're just stuck. And it's sad to see it, but they are stuck in their old ways. And don't get caught up in being stuck in your ways, gang. If you have a company, you got to get involved with social media. You have to. It sucks. I know. I never wanted to either. Never in my wildest imagination. I didn't even know how to spell social media in 2019. But here we are, and you guys can be there too. I'm just trying to help all of you. Like Dave Burris, for example, look at with Vague Rods and Tiffany jumped over here with Your Saltwater Guide, and she sold out her class, 20 people, how to wrap a fishing pole, 18-week course, sold it out. Bam, just like that. Sold it out, 20 spots, done. No one can sign up for that. Now we're getting ready to sell out her second class, which will go online here real soon. There you are, Marley. What's up, little buddy? That's my monkey. Those of you that don't know, right behind me, that's Marley, the marmoset monkey. I've been leaving this side of this open for him because he likes to jump in there. But yeah, they do. Ripping off the leg while the lobster's alive. They get all excited about it, but oh well. It's food, gang. That's what happens. So if there's anybody that has any questions out there, wants to know anything more about how the website works, how all these things come together, how all this cool stuff is going on, look at another video that I thought was a throwaway video. I just was blown away when Elliot put this thing on. And if we need a bump in our views, all we got to do is grab this video. When we first posted it, all 7 minutes of it, it went bananas. Now we've broken it up into a bunch of 1-minute pieces, and each one of those 1-minute pieces go nuts. This is just me driving the Hatteras through Dana Point Harbor. That's all it is, just explaining to you. And people telling me, oh, you're going to rip the transmissions out. But look at, you got to shift like that when you're going through the harbor. You have to shift. You have to. Because, oh yeah, I'm making 1 billion shifts a minute. You have to, though, because the engine itself will go 8 knots, just one engine in gear. Believe me, the transmissions are set up to handle all that shifting. It's not going to hurt it. Been doing it this way for 100 million years. And I show you how to dock the boat. And then the last thing we're going to talk about here that we haven't talked about yet, we're going to do a seminar with Justin at the Bass Pro Shops. I believe it's going to be on October 14th. It's going to be spectacular. The Bass Pro Shop in Irvine, we're coming. We're going to have a massive bag of free stuff like we do everywhere we speak at. And I don't do as many speaking engagements as I used to, but I'm coming up for the Bass Pro Shops. Justin and I are going to kick off the lobster season, and we're going to have a big bag. But right now, I would suggest getting your swag, your saltwater guide gear. Get it now. Get it quick. If you show up wearing our gear, those of you that already have it, you're golden. Those of you that don't, you need to get gear so that you show up to the show with some of my clothes on, one of my shirts, one of my hats. Walk around drinking out of one of our coffee cups. Go to the website. Go to our store. Get the clothes. Get the shirts. Get the hats, get whatever, get clothes for your wife, clothes for your kids. We got everything you could possibly imagine. Elliot's wife put together all the great products on this website, gang. We have everything you could possibly need, all the crazy sayings that I make. We got underwear, we got flip-flops, we got t-shirts and tank tops because of Don Stanley and Robert Graper and Matt Ryan. Those guys wanted tank tops. We got tank tops. We got stickers. We got everything you could ever want as far as swag goes. You show up with any of our swag at the Bass Pro Shops, you're going to get free stuff. And I always have really good free stuff from all the vendors, all of our great sponsors. Make sure that we have a big bag of cool stuff. So check it all out. Look at all the great things that we have to offer for you, gang. And you can jump over there and grab anything you want off the website. Elliot will throw the QR code up on the screen. And don't be afraid to call me. If you go back to our community and look at all the posts over there, the number one thing that everyone talks about is you call Dave, he answers your phone. You call Pablo, he answers your phone. You call Sonny, he answers your phone. You call Al, he answers your phone. We're constantly making sure that you guys are in the right position to catch fish, and we want to make sure you get that. Yeah, all I know how to do is kill fish. I used to be able to make babies, but I can't do that anymore. So a lot of great things, a lot of great products over at the website. Thought about everything you could possibly ever want. And don't forget, your sisters, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncle doesn't want you to have all this cool stuff and want you to fish for boats. Don't do that. Stop fishing for boats, start fishing for fish. We're going to probably, I'm not sure how much longer Captain Al Clowers will be out there. I'm watching him in the back corner. He may be out a little bit longer. We may go back to going live with him later this afternoon. I will find trolling around out there right now. What are you doing, Al? Hey, Al. What?
Back to trolling.
All right. Did you catch any cod, by God?
Yeah, we got about 100 of them.
All right. So they got all the fish they need to eat. Now you got to go get a trophy, huh?
Yeah, man. Rock out
Yeah, man.
wide open.
How long are you guys going to be out fishing?
So about 3 o'clock.
All right. So we probably won't go live with you this afternoon because that'll be a short show. Oh, nice. We'll get out of here. We don't want to see you catching a bird. All right. We don't need to see that. But we go live fishing 2 or 3 days a week, gang. We're fishing wherever the fish are at. Justin, Pablo, Al, and tomorrow, ReelQuick will be in the house. Tomorrow is Saturday. Daniel Rubin, the ReelQuick guys, and we do the fish reports on Saturday mornings. If you've been out fishing this week at all, you want to call into the show, give us a call. 949-374-0786 is how you can get a hold of us. And then Elliot and I, we're constantly thinking the best views for you guys. If you see that view right there on the screen with Captain Al fishing, for some reason, I just have to explain this to all of you that have been following us and paying attention to us. For some reason, and Elliot and I don't know what it is, even the great Elliot, the king of social media, doesn't know why, but YouTube will promote that right there. They'll put it up. They'll get us a few thousand views. If we do it the way I'm doing the show today, and we can already see the numbers, for some reason, YouTube doesn't like the widescreen. They just don't like it. They won't promote it for us. And it doesn't make any sense because it looks way better when we click back over to how I'm doing the show today compared to viewing it in that little square box. But they won't let us get the views that we deserve for some reason. Facebook and Instagram, they'll give us all the views we want all the time. We average 5,000-6,000 views on a live fishing show. See, this view right here is the view that Elliot and I always want to have. The wide, clean. Marley, you can see him good. You can see Captain Al when he's out fishing. I mean, look at this view of Al fishing compared to the other way. I think being able to see the screen that way is way better. So does Elliot. We both think it's way better, but for some reason, YouTube they don't let you guys, they don't promote it for us. They don't let people see it. But we're going to go back to the original format that we started doing it a couple years ago when we started doing the live shows. We're going to see if YouTube will start to accept it and start to promote it. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, the way you're seeing it right now for the next month. It'll probably affect our algorithm, but we'll take the hit. We want to see if we can change it up and see if it will come back. Yeah, but Mike Lewis, is this a better view? Easier on your cell phone, or is the other way a better view and easier on your cell phone? I get mixed reactions from everybody. So I'm trying to do the best for you guys. You guys are the only thing that matters. If you're not going to watch it, then we're not going to do it. We want everybody to watch it. But what we've found, if you turn the phone sideways, we can ask Captain Al to do it right now. Let's try it sideways and see what happens. Let's talk to Al right now. Captain Al Clowers.
Sideways right now.
Okay, the phone is sideways right now, but we can't change the view on it. See, it's been sideways the whole time, gang, but we can't flip the view right now. But you guys saw it earlier today, what it looked like. So I don't know.
I mean, I could take it out of the holder and hold it vertical.
No, we know. We're just talking. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can stand upside down and put it in your toe and do it.
Yeah, I'd like to catch a real fish right now too, but I can't do that.
Yeah, well, you're just one dumb fish away from a beautiful day.
Beautiful
Yeah,
day.
there you go. That's what I love to hear.
Got a bunch of taco meat.
That's what I like hearing. Fish are just an added extra bonus. And look at Matt's getting to eat. That's the weird thing. We don't know what we don't know. But we'll keep trying to do what we do and see how it works out. And that looks good on the 75-inch TV, Tim Ogilvy. Wide view like this is what you like, Lisa? You like it like this, the way it is right now? Thank you, Daniel Rubin. Yeah, if you could share, hit the like button, subscribe, follow us. It's all cool. So it looks like most people like the full screen. But then they can't see the comments. So I don't know. But it looks better. Besides not seeing the comments, it probably looks better. But there's just a rundown of all the great things that are available over on our website. Check it all out, gang. YourSaltwaterGuide.com. I want you to check it out. 7-day free trial. And it looks good on your 70-inch TV. Good. It looks great on my 19-inch tube TV too. Gang, we're going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you all for watching today. I hope you understand a little bit more about our social media platform and our great website. And I would love to see all of you over there. If you haven't had a chance yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share our videos everywhere you watch videos with all your friends. Share the heck out of them. It helps out the algorithm. It helps out our great sponsors like ReelQuick and Promar and Okuma and McCarty Yachts and Manzer Marine. Whenever you share, you're helping all of them too. So thank you all very, very much. Thank you all for being with us today. Thank you, Elliot, for producing a hell of a show. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning. And we'll be talking what's biting. So if you've been out fishing, gang, give us a call in the morning. It's super important. I don't care if you're a member or not. Give us a call in the morning at 949-374-0786. We go live at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, we will be live with the catfishing tournament. They're jug fishing. My good friend Lisa's set me up. We're going to be live. V's going to be going live with us. We're going to be sharing Lisa's feed over here. We're going to be live on the catfish, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow, but we're going to be doing the catfish tournament. It's going to be insane like it was last time. It's jug fishing, which I've never seen before, so I'm excited to see what that's all about. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Elliot, thanks for a great show. Everybody, thanks for watching. Turn off the news. They're all lying.